Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer.
And I am Bertrum.
And I am Professor Charles Waldman.
And this is our review for Marvel's Midnight Suns. Marvel's Midnight Suns originally released in 2022. A year I remember fondly as the year I first played such fantastic video games as Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, and Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. It was also the year I first played as Wolverine.
How did you accomplish that?
A lot of monkey hair and Hugh Jackman's literal skin.
Sorry I asked now.
But we're not here to talk about that. No. We are here to discuss Marvel's Midnight Suns. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Barry Burton, you're probably wondering...
What is this? What is it? What is this?
Midnight Suns is a tactical RPG action-adventure game thing starring lots of Marvel characters including Spider-Man, Blade, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and that woman who had sex with her own father in the Old Boy remake. She's in this as well.
I do believe she is called Scarlet Witch, played by the very talented Elizabeth Olsen in the movies.
Yes, her. We actually create and mostly play as an original superhero called the Hunter. Original name, I know. I'd have called him Super Prick, but alas. Anyway, the Hunter and Marvel degenerates must team up to take down the evil Lilith or some such nonsense, and we do that by watching cutscenes and participating in very dull turn-based RPG battles. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's review this Marvel video game the only way I know how. Badly. And let's start with what I liked about Midnight Suns. Oh, speaking of things I like it when you subscribe to the channel, so do that, dear viewers. Doing so will allow me to live out my lifelong fantasy of having 1,150 subscribers. The first thing I simply must commend Midnight Suns for is featuring so many splendid Marvel characters. Not only that, but letting us players upgrade and socialize with the bastards. When you're not watching cutscenes or doing the aforementioned dull RPG battles, you'll be able to hang out with characters in this game's hub world thing. So you can read by the fire with Blade, watch dirty movies with Iron Man, go fishing with Doctor Strange. Don't get too excited though, you can't actually fish in the game. These are simply cutscenes with our characters talking. But it's splendid nonetheless, and you can level up your friendship levels for reasons. The game also has a lot of nice action-packed cutscenes that wouldn't look too out of place in some of the best Marvel movies. 'Tis also rather nifty being able to create and customize our own superhero, and you'll exclusively control them when exploring the hub castle thing and its surroundings. And no, before some idiot asks, you cannot customize your superhero's genitals.
Oh, damn!
This isn't Cyberpunk 2077, which is actually a good thing. But that's a conversation for another video. So what else did I like about Midnight Suns? Well, there's some quite lengthy story mode with lots and lots of side missions. Basically, extra fights you can get into. and I did enjoy the story. Venom turns up, Wolverine turns up, the villain was fine, I guess. Speaking of things that aren't so fine, let's talk about what I didn't like so much about Midnight Suns. You'll spend the majority of your time in this game fighting enemies, and it's this part that I simply cannot stand. Let me preface this part by saying, as far as I'm concerned, DC and Marvel games should be third-person action-adventure games, a la Marvel's Spider-Man or the Batman Arkham games. I don't like the idea of this being a tactical RPG one bit. For a start, I don't like tactical RPGs anyway. I'm much more of a fan of recent action RPG efforts like Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy VII Remake, etc. I just find the slow, strategic, turn-based system, scoping up the battlefield, taking your time, planning moves. I just find all of that more boring than sitting through Sunday Mass when I haven't slept for 4 days. And yes, I'm aware this is a me problem, but boy oh boy did it affect my enjoyment of this game. Which is a shame, because I love the cutscenes. I even liked the stupid socializing mechanic thing. Wandering around the hub world was fine, but the battles, something that takes up about 90% of this game, was just dull, infuriating, slow, and not what I want when I play a Marvel video game. I want more action than you would find in a pornographic parody of Clash of the Bloody Titans. You should have made this an action game, 2K, or whoever the hell made this game. Therefore, I declare that Marvel's Midnight Suns is sadly dog shit. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my totally not biased review for Marvel's Midnight Suns. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Say goodbye, Bertram.
Goodbye, Bertram.
Say goodbye, Professor.
Ah yes, goodbye, Professor.
Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.